Thomas Nelson Community College in Hampton, Virginia, was fortunate to receive a grant for the academic years 1983 to 84 and 1984 to 85 under the State Council of Higher Education's Funds for Excellence program. The grant is an example of academia, business, and industry working together to improve communication, competency, and curricula. Thomas Nelson's Funds for Excellence program had three major objectives. 1. To update the skills and knowledge of teachers in technical programs by a program of working exchange and on-site study. 2. To update technical curricula and courses as a result of the program of work exchange and on-site study. And 3. To improve the communication between Peninsula Business and Industry and the community college by means of this program of work exchange and on-site study. During the first year of the grant, 9 faculty members participated in the program. They represented the departments of accounting, architecture, commercial art, drafting, electronic services, and food service. In accounting, Sonia Villere worked at Teledyne Hastings Radius in Hampton, Virginia. Sonia's major goals were to gain experience and knowledge regarding the gap between academia and industry, as well as to acquire hands-on experience in accounting on the computer. As a result of Sonia's internship at Teledyne, a new computer-augmented course designed by Sonia is now being taught at Thomas Nelson. Regarding the internship, Sonia stated,
"The experience gained will be particularly valuable in the presentation of a new computer-augmented accounting course to be offered in 1984. Since Teledyne Hastings Radius has many of their accounting functions computerized, I'll be able to relate to future students what they might realistically expect to do in an accounting position. By seeing accounting in practice, I learned that some accounting principles need to be stressed more, while others need less emphasis."
The second faculty member performed his service in Hampton, Virginia. Edward Rittenhouse from Data Processing worked at the City of Hampton's Data Processing Office. Ed's major goals were to upgrade the background in database management. As a result of his experience at Hampton, he has improved accuracy and methods which have been incorporated into the advanced COBOL instruction. Ed stated,
"The Funds for Excellence method of industry placement allowed me to accelerate my learning of new programming methods. It also assured me of the accuracy and reliability of the methods which I am incorporating into the advanced COBOL curriculum."
Joe Colmy from accounting did his internship at Lake Taylor Hospital in Norfolk. Joe's goals were to determine tasks performed, the frequency of such performance, and the range of knowledge required from support courses such as math, economics, and law. As a result of Joe's experience, he added emphasis on 10-key adding machines to his courses. Joe also was pleased with his internship, stating,
"The experience provided an interesting exposure to medical administration and computerized accounting reports, as well as the opportunity to observe clerks in their work environment."
Charles Bush from Architecture and Building Construction did his internship with the Architecture Department at Colonial Williamsburg in Williamsburg, Virginia. Charles' goals were to update the skills and background in architecture and building construction. As a result of his experience, he is now able to relate first-hand experiences to students. These up-to-date examples serve to acquaint students with real-life situations to be encountered on entry into the architecture building construction industry. Charles stated,
"I believe this is one of the best programs we have had of this nature at Thomas Nelson. It is well run and a great concept."
Pamela Ovidi from Commercial Art did her internship at the NASA Graphics Lab at NASA Langley Space Center in Hampton, Virginia. Pamela's goals were to become acquainted with local industry needs for graphic arts. She also wanted to get an overview of the different methods of production to gain contemporary experience in the field of commercial art. As a result, she incorporated many new projects in graphic assignments. This addition should provide a better prepared art major for the local workforce. Concerning the experience, Pam remarked,
I see much good coming from this grant, learning for myself, which will be passed on to the students, and overall benefits for the employer.
Roger Lemasters from Drafting and Design also did his internship at NASA in the Model Engineering section. Roger's goal was to gain a personal experience with computer-aided design equipment, as well as to determine the kinds and types of hardware and software needed in TNCC programs. As a result of his internship, Roger spent $50,000 on 4 new computer terminals and 2 central processing units. The equipment will be used in a new course, Introduction to CAD. In Roger's words,
The experience at NASA was excellent. The NASA people in model engineering were extremely cooperative. It was an opportunity for me to get out of this ivory tower of academia and touch base with what is really going on.
Alan Martin of Engineering and Drafting did his internship at Dynamic Engineering in Newport News. Alan's goal was to understand the use of computer-assisted design in industry and to develop new contacts with people in industry. As a result of his experience at Dynamic Engineering, Alan gained much information about the use of CAD in industry, as well as new quality control methods. He further made many contacts which will be valuable to him in his program. He stated,
This has given me much to pass on to students about everything from CAD, computer-aided design, to quality control.
From electronic servicing, John Jones did his internship at Wiley Laboratories in Hampton, Virginia. John's goal was to obtain a hands-on experience in test equipment repair and calibration, as well as to determine the minimum requirements for TNCC graduates entering this field. As a result of John's internship at Wiley Labs, he developed a new test repair calibration course which is now being offered at Thomas Nelson. John said,
I was placed in the best possible industry, and I found the cooperation and organization of the Wiley staff to be the most helpful aspects of this internship.
Barbara Mikzuski from the Hotel Restaurant Institutional Management curriculum did her internship at the Williamsburg Lodge, a part of the Williamsburg Restaurant Division. Barbara's goals were to observe how computers are used in food service industry and to see how the techniques of menu engineering were applied. As a result of her experience, Barbara developed a new course in menu planning emphasizing the use of menu engineering to maximize profits through the menu. Barbara stated,
More people need to know what an excellent experience this industry internship can be. With this opportunity, I have been able to improve my classroom presentations in many of my classes, as well as develop a much-needed new course in menu planning.
To start the second year, 3 faculty members did internships during the summer of 1984. 2 English instructors, Barbara Granger and Victor Thompson, did their internship at Newport News City Government in Newport News, Virginia. Vic and Barbara had goals of reviewing business correspondence and technical reports so that they might improve their courses in business English and technical report writing. As a result of their time at Newport News, Barbara and Vic brought many new ideas back that will be helpful to them in the coming academic year. Additionally, they conducted a mini-course for the employees at Newport News City Hall on how employees might improve correspondence and technical reports. Commenting on the internship, Barbara stated,
I now describe to my students the seriousness of business writing in the business world. I can and do quote officials who urge me to tell students how crucial their writing skills are. I also plan to have several employees visit my class to describe the writing they actually do.
The third faculty member, Dolly Tarrant from the Business Division, worked at Cheney Computer in York County, Virginia. Dolly wanted to find new methods being used in data processing by the Cheney Computer Company and to determine the effectiveness of her present courses in preparing graduates to work for organizations such as Cheney. Dolly found out that the course of instruction was very effective. She has made some changes, some new contacts, and Cheney Computer incidentally has asked to hire one additional person before the end of this year, one additional Thomas Nelson graduate. Dolly concluded,
Everything about the internship was helpful to me. I do not feel that my contribution to the company was as valuable as the experience to me. We need more such opportunities for the faculty. If at all possible, the program must continue.
Following the first year of operations, a meeting of representatives of industry and representatives of the college was held to evaluate the effectiveness of what had been accomplished. Faculty members were most excited about the effectiveness of their experience. Comments which have already been heard indicated their degree of pleasure. Industry comments made at the meeting mirrored faculty appreciation of the program, and they are as follows. We believe that the faculty internship program is mutually advantageous and would be willing to discuss our participation in future follow-up endeavors. We obtained benefit from the intern's visit and worked along with her, achieving her goals. We feel this exposure will make his instructor-student relationship more pertinent and meaningful. If anyone else in your department would like to work in our office for the same type of exposure, please notify us. The program is so positive and beneficial to industry that we should be willing to contribute financially to keep it going. The intern is a highly knowledgeable and congenial individual who assimilated his talents into our working environment quite rapidly and effectively. He worked on a wide range of projects which benefited us greatly. We only wish he could remain with us to help reduce our workload. For the new year, a new committee has been formed. Previously, one member of industry served on the advisory committee of the Funds for Excellence program. For 1984-1985, 5 additional members of industry have joined this committee. They are Mr. Dietrich Dorp, who is the general manager of Mercedes-Benz, Mr. Bill Baker, vice president of Teledyne Hastings, returns. Mr. Lee Diamond, who is an executive director of the Virginia Peninsula Vocational Council, joins the committee, as do Mr. Randy Hildebrandt, assistant to the manager of Newport News, Mr. Thomas Honeycutt, president of Pembroke Construction Company, and Mr. Lou Miller, who is executive director of the Peninsula Chamber of Commerce. The future offers even greater opportunities for expansion of this cooperative effort. Although the cost of replacing a faculty member while away from the college classroom is negligible when compared to the benefits, the college may be subject to criticism if it continues to unilaterally fund the program. 2 alternatives should be considered. First, the receiving agency and the college share equally in the cost of replacing the absented faculty member, or second, the receiving agency replace the absented faculty member with one of its qualified professionals. If the college and the business industrial community continue their present commitment to the Funds for Excellence program, then not only its continuation but also its expansion is assured. It seems most appropriate under these conditions that the college and the business industrial communities share equally in the financial obligations, since they share equally in the benefits.